Hi, I'm Dr. John Anderson and I'm a dissertation supervisor. After students have written their literature review, they might think logically, oh, I'm going to go to my analysis now, or I could go logically through the thesis and actually write the methodology chapter next. The methodology question is, if these are my questions, if these are the literatures that help me engage with those questions, how am I and how have I gone about answering those questions? What methodologies allow me to answer the questions for my dissertation? Again, that's sometimes quite a daunting thing to think about, but it's where the Developing Research Methods module can help us. So there's lots of online resources students can use to also help them think about how to write their methodology chapter for their thesis. But effectively, they'll be starting off quite broadly and then getting quite specific in relation to answering that question. So students might think, okay, what sort of knowledge do I need to answer my questions? That's actually a philosophy of knowledge question, an ontological question, which you can go back, students can go back to their developing research methods, their introductory research methods, and remind themselves what ontology and indeed what epistemology means. Ontology, a theory of what's actually out there in the world, what's the world made up from, and epistemology, what sort of knowledge is good knowledge to engage with and understand that world. If you're interested in people's views, opinions, interpretations of the world, then you won't want a form of knowledge that seeks to gain broad brush statistical information about that world. That form of knowledge does not help you answer your questions. So you think, what sort of questions am I asking? If it's about interpretations, views, feelings about the world, then I'm after a type of methods that can help me answer those questions. So students be thinking about what ontological and epistemological position they're going to take, whether they're going to take quantitative or qualitative methods, or indeed a combination of the two. And then underneath that level, be thinking, okay, what specific qualitative methods or what specific quantitative methods? They need to define what each of those methods might be and make an informed decision about why I'm choosing one method or another method. Then they might explain in practice, how did I use that method? Who did I talk to? Where did I talk to them? What ethical issues did I take into account when I did that interview? Were there any problems that I encountered, or any opportunities that I had as a consequence of using a particular gatekeeper, or snowballing one interview onto the next interview and recruiting people in those ways? The methodology chapter is simply an account, a reflective account of how students made those informed decisions about asking the questions in particular ways to answer their research